This HVAC company was completely invisible on Google Maps and they were not getting any leads from their website. They're called Capital Home Comfort. They're based in our home city in Ottawa. But in just 4 months, we took them from ranking nowhere to #1 in their area for HVAC or air conditioning repair near me. And they were able to generate $75,000 in 5 months directly from our SEO. They went from getting 3 to 4 calls per month. And you see here, it kind of topped around 15. And then now they're getting as high as 52 qualified leads in a single month from SEO. And you can see here, it increased 70% when you compare this period to last year. And you can see here's where they rank #1 in their immediate area, and then they're slowly going to be ranking #1 further and further from their main location as well. So this all comes down to a proven local SEO system that any HVAC contractor can copy paste literally into their business. And I'm going to break down exactly step by step what we did, including the pages that we made, the Google Business Profile optimizations we made, and the backlinks that got them to #1. By the end of this video, you will have the complete roadmap to dominate Google, just like our client did. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Munir Al-Safi. I've generated $12 million plus in revenue for my clients through local SEO and Google Ads. And then I'm here to just share what I learned and hope one day that we can work together. All right, so Capital Home Comfort, that was our client. They had a strong reputation with over 1,000 happy customers, but they weren't bringing any leads organically. And when people searched for HVAC near me or furnace repair, their business was nowhere to be found. And they were basically relying a lot on referrals, which made growth unpredictable. So the first step is we had to plan out exactly what pages they needed to rank for. So most HVAC companies make the mistake of having just one generic services page that tries to just rank for everything. But that's why they never rank for anything, because the page is so generic and talks about all the topics. So for example, this is a HVAC company in Cincinnati, and they just mentioned all the nearby locations in just one big paragraph, and they just mentioned all their services as well. But what you need to do is you need to make a page for each location. You should make a Batavia page, a Georgetown page that talks about HVAC services in Batavia, for example. So Google loves specific pages because they help people find exactly what you're looking for. This, on the other hand, is a very dedicated page about air conditioning repair in Cincinnati, and it clearly says AC repair service. So when someone is searching for AC repair near me and they are located in Cincinnati, Google's going to prefer this page a lot more than this one because this one is talking about exactly that topic. It's showing the most relevant page to what the user searched for. So the first step is we had to list all their services. If you're an HVAC contractor, it's going to be very similar to this, which is, furnace installation, repair, AC installation and repair, heat pump installation and repair, hot water tank installation, duct cleaning, and so on and so forth. Now that we had the list of all the services, we had to also look at all the locations that they serve. So they covered most of Ottawa as well as other locations within Ottawa. So Ottawa is a big city. Within Ottawa, you have smaller areas like Canada, Orleans, Barrhaven, and so on. So we had to create a page for each service. So page for each one of these combined with each location. So there are 9 total services and there's 4 locations in total, not including Ottawa. And then just for the sub-location pages, there are 36 combination of pages we need to make. So for example, we need to make furnace installation Ottawa, furnace installation Canada, Orleans, Barrhaven. You get the point. So there's clearly a lot of pages that we need to make. You'll notice that when you target a location that's much smaller, it's going to be easier to rank. So Capital Home Comfort was competing against hundreds of people. So our clients was competing against many more companies when they wanted to rank for Ottawa HVAC. But when you go down into a smaller area like Barrhaven or Canada, the competition gets much less, meaning that it's easier for them to rank higher. So here's an example of the page that we built. It's a furnace installation Ottawa page, and it talks about just about that service in that location. So now we know what pages we have to make. Now we need to write the content that actually goes on that page. We get our pages to rank on Google by basically working backwards and seeing what is already currently ranking for whatever keyword that we're targeting. So we noticed for some pages that were ranking for HVAC Ottawa, the top ranking pages all had around 15 to 2,500 words of detailed content about HVAC services in Ottawa. And if you're at Google, who would you rather pick to show up first for someone searching HVAC Ottawa? Would it be a page with only 150 words or a page with 2,000 words that answers everything that a homeowner needs to know, including the process and so on and so forth? So here is the exact structure we use for each page that we made now that we know what page to make. So the first thing is we need a main headline with the keyword and the location. So that's this section here. We need a main headline with the service and the location. And if you notice here, I can use this detailed SEO extension and it tells me the page title and the meta description is done correctly as well as the heading. There is an H1 of that service and the location. Then we need 2 to 3 paragraphs just explaining the service in detail. This is how you're gonna get some of the word count. That's basically this section right over here. A nice to have is an our process section. So this is just to show more helpful content to Google. So that section usually looks like this. And then we have a why choose us. This can usually be pretty consistent with all the other pages. And then the FAQ section. This is where you can answer a lot of the questions and kind of increase that word count because these sections are very easily collapsible. And then pricing transparency, if you're able to add pricing, and then a clear contact form and a phone number. This is how every single page should be made. So now we know what page pages to make. We know what goes on the pages. Now we need to optimize the Google business profile, which actually drives a lot of the leads. So we need to optimize the primary category. So if you search for HVAC in Cincinnati, you'll see that all of these contractors, you'll notice their primary category says HVAC contractor, HVAC contractor. Even if I scroll down here, you'll see HVAC contractor. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to make the mistake of setting your primary category to be something irrelevant like AC repair service. What you always have to do is you always have to work backwards from Google. So you have to just double check that your primary category on your Google Maps profile says HVAC contractor. Then the next thing you want to do is you want to optimize the business name. So this company, they ranked first. They do have a lot of reviews. They have 224 reviews, whereas the person below them has 550. But the reason that they show up higher is just because they have the word Cincinnati in their business name. So if you're able to add it into your business name, that would help a lot. I've seen some other people get a DBA, which is a doing business as registration from their local government, to just be able to add the word Cincinnati or the name of their city to their business name legally. Then the business description. So that is all the information that goes in here. You want to, again, mention all your services and all your locations here as well. So Google has a really good idea of what you do. You can also add all the additional categories. So in your Google Business profile, you can see this button here that says Edit Services. If you click on this button, you'll see all the other categories that you can add for your Google Business profile. And then lastly, the more photos you have to put on your Google Business profile, the better. And you want to make sure that the photos are professional, show your branding, show your team, your trucks, because you want to seem very trustworthy off the bat. So quick intermission. If you're looking to work with our team, we can implement this exact system for your business with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Now back to the video. The last step is we had to do the backlink strategy. So most HVAC companies think SEO is just about having a website with all the pages, but even if you copy the exact same website as someone ranking number one, you still will not outrank them. And that's because they've built up trust with Google through something called backlink. So a backlink is any website that has a link that points to your website. And when someone links to your website, it's like they are voting or they're vouching for your website. So if I search for Portland HVAC, and if I scroll down here, you're going to see there's a lot of companies that rank. So there's this company called Jacobs Heating and Air Conditioning, and they also show up here as well, Jacobs Heating and Air Conditioning. So I have this tool called Ahrefs where I'm able to put in the URL of jacobsheating.com, and I can see all of their backlinks by pressing on this backlinks button right here. And then here I can see all of their high quality and low quality. So I see that they have a backlink from cnet.com. And if I see here, the link is from Inverter Heat Pump. So if I search Inverter Heat Pump, so this is a backlink from cnet.com, which is a very big website, which is why this website ranks on Google. And if you click into this, it's going to take the user to their blog from jacobsheating.com. So now this is a backlink from cnet.com, which is a really high quality trusted website, to Jacobs Heating through this text right here. You can see there's a lot of links from either high profile websites or even websites that are related to Portland. So this is portlandgeneral.com, and this is another blog here, and then they link out to Jacobs Heating and Air Conditioning. This is another backlink. So if I was a competitor to Jacobs Heating and I'm an HVAC contractor in Portland, I would use this tool and just go through all of their backlinks and then try to contact these businesses. I would contact Portland General to see if I can get myself featured here as well. So backlinks are super crucial to ranking on Google. You'll see it's no coincidence that this company here is showing up here on Google on the organic side and number one here on the Google Maps as well. So here are some other backlink strategies that we use to get links for our clients. We got them listed on many industry associations such as the Better Business Bureau, any HVAC related industry websites, other industry related blogs, and Homestars and other local contractor directories. We also help them partner with local city blogs in our area, Ottawa, that link to their website. And we help them sponsor local community events, sports team, which resulted in backlinks to their website. So normally if you sponsor clubs like football clubs or soccer clubs through a sponsorship, they may add a link to your website, which will count as a local backlink. Local backlinks are super powerful. They are the main tool that we use to help our clients rank higher above other people. And then the last step is just to quickly look over the technical SEO. So before the content and the backlinks can work, we had to fix any critical technical issue on the website. So we had to run a full technical audit. That means finding anything that could be wrong technically with your website that can prevent it from ranking. So for example, if your website is super slow, you need to fix that because Google doesn't like websites that are very slow. If your website is not very user-friendly on mobile devices, which is probably where most of your people are going to use your website, you need to fix that ASAP. For example, we've seen many websites where the forms were hard to fill out on a mobile. You can't have that. And then crawl errors. Sometimes there could be some settings on the website that could prevent it from ranking correctly. So we wanted to ensure that those are all corrected and squared away. So we fixed all these issues, which gave us a solid foundation for ranking on Google. And then we also migrated their website onto WordPress with Elementor to have better layouts, more consistent padding. It's just one of our tools that we use to build our websites. So within 90 days of just implementing all these changes, we started to see movement. You can see here from March 30th to October 20th, the ranking across all of the keywords that we're tracking increased by over 1,000. You can see some of the changes here. So they were, nowhere to be found 50th, but now they're second for custom home HVAC systems Ottawa, and so on and so forth. And in terms of the business results, they went from getting just 3 to 4, you saw in the screenshot, 15 leads per month organically, to now 40 to 50 qualified leads per month, with a confirmed $75,000 in new revenue generated, which is a 13 times return on investment with SEO with us. And now they're booked in 2 to 3 weeks in advance. And finally, what we're doing moving forward to maintain and improve the rankings is to just create more service pages. So you saw that big list before. We're just finalizing all the service location pages for Capital Home Comfort. We're working with Capital Home Comfort to help them get more Google reviews because that helps them show up on Google Maps a lot higher. We're working with Capital Home Comfort to help them implement a review system because the more reviews you have, the higher you show up on Google Maps. We're just uploading more photos to the Google Maps as well. And our team is acquiring new backlinks every single month because that is a big driver in helping them show up higher on Google. So to recap, the first step is you need to plan all the pages that you need to do, which usually involves combining your services and your location. You want to create helpful content for each of the pages that you just identified. Then you want to optimize your Google business profile, then get high quality backlinks, fix any technical SEO issue, and then track results, and then just keep doing it. You have to keep doing it. You can't just do it for 30 days or even 60 days and expect like crazy results. You have to keep doing it and expect results, and it could be 6 months or even 12 months if your website is brand new. If you want a full guide for local SEO, just search Munir SEO Guide for my full in-depth 1 hour long SEO course. And if you want us to implement this entire system for your business with our 90-day money-back guarantee, you can book a free strategy call with my team below using the first link in the description. Hope you guys found this useful, and I'll see you guys later.